We use ClearTouch every day. We use it all day long. It is just a part of our every minute of the day experience. Now having it, I wouldn't want to do without because it has made such a huge impact on our classroom environment, our culture of our classroom, just the management pieces of a classroom as well for a teacher, and engagement for sure. That's the number one, I would say. It's just promoted so much more engagement.
You've got a better experience in the classroom, especially for kids being able to see the detail. They have sound integrated into them. We have an onboard PC, so now the classroom experience is driven from the front of the room, from the panel, instead of from a teacher's desk or from a document camera. Everything's driven directly from the ClearTouch panel.
One of my favorite features of the ClearTouch panel is the Windows built-in PC feature. So I turn on that ClearTouch as soon as I walk into my classroom, and I set up my day for pacing and instruction using tabs. So I open up Google Chrome just like I would on my regular PC, and basically set up everything that we're gonna need in a separate tab at the top of the screen. And I just kind of move through those throughout the class period, and that just helps me stay on track and just stay organized from class to class, and then I can just start back over with the next class period.
It wasn't just, oh, a new tool. It was like, oh wow, this was our vision, this is what we wanted. And I think that again, it helped us accelerate where we wanted to go with how to use these boards to engage students during the lesson cycle, really how to use all the tools of tech integration, creative tools specifically to broadcast what's going on in the classroom and how show learning models to the students and the teachers. But more importantly, just easing some of the nuances that come with, not being tethered to somewhere. Prior to that, everybody was tethered to a desk, trying to throw up things across a projector. And, that really does limit mobility, and it limits proximity to students. And so to have now a fluid classroom that a teacher can move, kids can move, really does just put a class more functionality together than what we had in the past.
We have students interacting with the panels. We have teachers who are no longer sitting behind a desk. They're getting up and they're in front of the classroom, and they're interacting with the panel, and they're walking around with their iPad and casting to the screen using collage, and they're engaging with students. And so it's really moved the center of focus for instruction from a teacher sitting behind a desk to up in front of the classroom and really increasing that engagement. So that's been really great.
Increased engagement is amazing. It's probably one of the best things you can get as a teacher, because if your students are engaged, they are learning, they are growing, they are definitely experiencing what they should be to grow in what they need to know. So engagement is key, I think. Anytime you can get a student engaged and they enjoy what they're learning, it's going to keep them coming back for more. It's going to keep them wanting to learn more, and they'll retain it as well.
The students really like it. They love anything visual. They really respond well to. There's so many visual learners, so being able to play the videos in their HD quality, because a lot of kids, they kind of tune out if something looks grainy or it's not very clear. Like, it's just hard to keep their attention. So being able to see things like nice and big and clear is really a benefit.
We do use command. We use it to send out emergency messages, fire drills, intruder alerts. We can also use it to just send a message to one classroom. If we need a student, you can send a text message across the top of the screen, hey, send little Johnny down to the office. But mostly for alerting right now. There's a lot to it that we can do.
Tyler ISD, really does have a commitment to be innovative and on the forefront of the opportunities to provide resources for campuses. And so in the last year, they decided through the board that this was something really important, and utilizing funds to do that and getting them in every classroom.
I think that technology can enhance and enrich a student's experience inside the classroom. And so being able to bring in experiences from other places that you would not be able to without technology is huge, and gives kids that may not have some opportunities to experience those in a classroom. So it's a game changer.
Technology to me is important to use in the classroom each and every day, just because we have 21st century learners. You know, my students are going to go out into the workforce one day, and they are going to be using technology probably with everything that they do in any job, in any situation. And so to be able to expose them at a young age and give them those opportunities, I feel like is just a value, and it also, you know, gets them ahead of the game a little bit. And so being able to incorporate technology, expose them to different applications and devices, I feel like gives them a really firm foundation in what they're going to be doing later on in their life.
It's getting our kids involved. It's getting our teachers up in front of the classroom and just causing a real more interactive and engaging setting in the classroom. And from that standpoint, I think it's a huge success.